what if I told you that the man who plays the most powerful sorcerer in the Marvel Universe was once so broke he couldn't afford rent? Benedict Cumberbatch spent years as a struggling theater actor, was kidnapped at gunpoint in South Africa, and was told his face was too weird for Hollywood. Then one audition changed everything. This is how a bullied British kid with an impossible name became Doctor Strange. And trust me, reality is stranger than any multiverse. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into the incredible journey of Benedict Cumberbatch, from poverty and rejection to becoming one of Hollywood's most respected stars. This story has kidnapping, near-death moments, and a man who refused to quit. If you love stories like this, hit subscribe and let's jump right in. Benedict Timothy Carlton Cumberbatch was born July 19th, 1976 in London. Yes, that's his real name. And yes, kids made fun of him endlessly for it. Both his parents were actors, but they actually discouraged him from following their path. His mother told him flat out, "Don't become an actor. You'll be poor and miserable." He attended the elite Harrow School, same as Winston Churchill, surrounded by kids headed for law and politics. Benedict felt like an outsider. He was artsy, different, and relentlessly bullied. They called him Cucumber Patch, and worse. But instead of breaking, he dove deeper into acting. The stage was where he felt powerful. After training at LUMDA, one of Britain's top drama schools, Benedict spent his 20s broke, living in tiny apartments, teaching English, doing odd jobs just to survive while auditioning. Then, in 2000, at age 24, something happened that changed him forever. He was filming a miniseries in South Africa when he and two friends got a flat tire on a deserted road. A car pulled up, armed men forced them in at gunpoint, tied them up, and drove to a remote location. Benedict thought he was going to die. They pressed a gun to his temple. He waited for the bullet. They never fired. For reasons nobody understands, the kidnappers just left. They threw Benedict and his friends out of the car and drove away. That night rewired him completely. He promised himself, if he survived, he would stop playing it safe. He would pursue acting with everything he had. He returned to London with a new fire. Through his late 20s and early 30s, Benedict worked constantly in British TV. Small roles, supporting parts, nothing glamorous. Shows Americans had never heard of. But he was building a reputation. Brilliant, professional, completely committed, even in the smallest roles. In 2004, he played Stephen Hawking in a TV film called Hawking. His performance was extraordinary, capturing the physicist's genius and physical struggle with heartbreaking accuracy. People in the industry started paying attention. Real stardom, though, still years away. In 2010, at age 34, Benedict was cast as Sherlock Holmes in the BBC series Sherlock, a modern, lightning-fast reinvention of the classic detective. The show was a massive gamble, but audiences didn't just accept it, they went wild for it. Sherlock became a global phenomenon. Benedict's performance was magnetic, arrogant, brilliant, deeply human. Suddenly he was famous. Fan groups formed. He was on magazine covers, winning awards. But Hollywood still had a problem with him. Casting directors said he had an unusual face. Too sharp, too distinctive, not conventionally handsome enough for leading man roles. One literally called him alien-like. Benedict used it. He took roles that demanded intelligence and intensity. Julian Assange in The Fifth Estate, Alan Turing in The Imitation Game, the voice of Smaug in The Hobbit. His work in The Imitation Game, 2014, earned him an Oscar nomination for Best Actor. He lost, but the nomination proved he belonged at Hollywood's top table. Then Marvel came calling. In 2014, Benedict was offered Doctor Strange, a brilliant, arrogant neurosurgeon who becomes the Sorcerer Supreme, basically Sherlock with magic. Many serious actors looked down on superhero films. Not Benedict. He saw a chance to bring real depth to the genre. He said yes. At 40 years old, Benedict trained harder than ever. Intense workouts, martial arts, intricate hand movements for spell casting. He performed emotional scenes surrounded by green screens and tennis balls on sticks, trusting VFX to make it real. Doctor Strange premiered in 2016 and grossed $619 million worldwide. Critics praised him for bringing intelligence to what could have been a one-dimensional role. He returned in Infinity War, Endgame, No Way Home, $1.9 billion, and Multiverse of Madness, $955 million. Benedict Cumberbatch was now one of the most bankable stars on Earth. Here's what Benedict's story really teaches us. Your supposed weaknesses can become your greatest strengths. They said his name was ridiculous. It became iconic. His face was too unusual. It became his trademark. He should quit acting. He became Doctor Strange. He was kidnapped and almost killed at 24. He spent 15 years in rejection and poverty before his breakthrough. But he never quit. The man who plays a sorcerer, who sees infinite possible futures, spent most of his life unable to see his own, and kept going anyway. That's the real story of Benedict Cumberbatch. From a bullied kid with a weird name to the master of the mystic arts. What's your favorite role, Doctor Strange or Sherlock? Drop it in the comments. Smash that like button, share this video, and subscribe for more incredible Hollywood journeys. Remember, your unusual qualities aren't weaknesses. They're what make you irreplaceable. See you in the next one.